kind of sucks that a Maple Leafs fan is the US Nationals champion. All I have to say is 4-1. Well, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. I hope you're having yourself an amazing day. I hope you enjoyed watching the United States Nationals for Flesh and Blood on Channel Fireball and all the ways that we were watching it. It was a lot of fun hanging out in the chat and seeing that. Congratulations. I want to start this out by saying congratulations to Tariq for being the United States Nationals champion for Flesh and Blood. The first one, a really amazing opportunity and an amazing title to hold. I think he got 9th place in Vegas. Maybe he bubbled out. I think it was in Cincinnati. He got 2nd place, and then he was finally the champion at U.S. Nationals. Really great story. He kind of piloted and brought the first Lightning Briar deck, kind of created it. I think it kind of leaked. Anyway, congratulations to you, Tariq. And I also want to say congratulations to Michael for 2nd place. Really great performance using Chain, proving that Chain, that the Seeds ban did not kill Chain, and it was really cool to see those two play, and it was really cool to see them fist bump at the end. Really great sportsmanship, really great play, it's just an all-around win, I think, for the community and for the United States. So this video is going to be 2 parts. These are just my quick thoughts on the US Nationals, and then we're going to do some interviews. Me and George interviewed some people down in Orlando. George was down there, so we met with some people and interviewed some people. That'll be at the back half of this video. So I want to talk a little bit about Briar. Briar seemed the first 2 days, even going into the top 8, to be kind of overpowered. This kind of Lightning Briar build that was built. I know there were some Earth Briars. Those didn't seem to perform as well as the Lightning Briar. Again, I am by far not an expert on this, but I kind of was just watching the community reaction, talking to some people, trying to learn for myself. And it seems like Lightning Briar was pretty top tier and really powerful. I think part of it also though, and this is where I kind of landed, is that we're still very early in the meta. Briar may be overpowered, but kind of as the rest of the weekend went, and especially as the top 8 went, I think we kind of started to see that Lightning Briar does have some weaknesses, and maybe that the meta can catch up to it. That being said, it does seem very strong. Ice Lexi in the top 8, we saw a really great Ice Lexi build that went to kind of a very hit point where they didn't draw anything off of a 3 of a kind, and it really was rough. I think if that turn would have gone different, you could have seen a much different ending for the US Nats, and it was really interesting. So it'll be interesting moving forward in the next kind of events that are coming up, which there really isn't that many events coming up. It'll be interesting to see how the meta shifts and changes, and this is really the end where I landed. I would have liked to see this meta shift happen a little bit sooner rather than right up at the US Nats. It didn't seem like the answers were quite there for Briar yet, and that kind of made a really pretty clear pathway for Briar to win. I know a lot of people were talking about Bravo being able to stop Briar, but it seemed like Bravo just didn't perform as well in the Nationals as people thought he would, and Ice Lexi may have been the better solution to the to the Briar. So all in all though, I think this was at the end of the day a really great look for Flesh and Blood. I think the top 8 went in a much better way. I mean, we could have had a top 8 that went down to 4 Briars being in the end, and at the end you kind of had a difference. It is interesting that you have Rune Blades so well represented there, 7 of the top 8, all 4 of the top 4. But I think at the end of the day, it was a pretty good look for Flesh and Blood, that it wasn't like a Briar matchup at the end or something like that, and that it appears that maybe it's just early in the meta. So all in all though, I think it was a great look for Flesh and Blood. The best part about it, I think the ultimate, at the end of the day, I don't really care about the meta. I don't really care about the balance thing. That's not really my place. At the end of the day, what I love to see was the fist bump at the end, and at the end of most of the matches. Just great sportsmanship, a great relationship with the game, and understanding that the best person comes out on top, but also there's a lot of RNG involved, and at the end of the day, just the way that the game played and the way that people respected each other, I think was a huge win, and the way that people respected the gameplay. You saw some things, not major, but a card would be put out to block and they would take it back, and not take it back, but just be working it out, and nobody was like trying to get the win out of cheating. They were trying to get the win and see who's the best deck and who's the best player, and that was a huge victory for the game, I think. Those of you who were complaining on Channel Fireball on the stream, I think there were some things to talk about. I mean, I think it'll be really interesting to see what the next matchups look like, to see if Briar is really as powerful as she appears to be. There were some things, I still wish that we had card images on the stream. I think that would be really good for new players who are learning the game. There's a lot of things. I thought the commentary was really good. I think it was really great having Matt Rogers there. There's a lot of wins. There's things that I think can be improved upon, but at the end of the day, this was a huge win for Flesh and Blood, and I think it was the top 8 went in a much better direction. I think this video would be a little bit different if the top 8 turned into a top 4 of Briar, but it seems like there was enough competition with Briar. It'll be interesting to see where the Rune Blade goes in the future. All right, now we're going to transition this video over to a few interviews, just people hanging out at the calling. Michael is actually part of one of the interviews. Really cool to hang out and talk to people. It was this morning, so it was before kind of the finals. I hope you guys have a great day. Remember to be kind to the people around you, and let me know what you think in the video in the comment section about the calling, about the Nationals, and see if there's anything that I missed. What's going on?
Hey Louis, how's it going?
How are you, man?
I'm fantastic. Having a great weekend.
With George.
You
want
to introduce yourself?
You bet. Hi, I'm Lee Pushard from the Tavern Brawlers.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm not going to pick slouches for you, idiot.
Huh?
I'm not going to pick slouches. I'm only picking the best. If you don't get interviewed by George, it's like you were never at Nationals.
There you go.
True.
I love how professional George is with his microphone too. He's just like cupping it.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over having to carry this thing 15 miles for you. My back hurts from having to carry you and the microphone.
Well, tell us about your Orlando experience. How's it going?
I'm having a great time here. I'm grinding all the side events, having fun with that. I get to play the most that way and enjoy the games. It's one of the ways that I actually get to play in person. I don't really have a strong locals, so this is a really fun experience for me, being able to sit down and actually face-to-face with a lot of players from the community.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you're doing ProQuest is kind of what the big one that you're doing?
Side events.
Oh, you're just side events. That's awesome.
Yep.
Side events are best events.
Yeah.
It's true.
What was your favorite side event so far?
Oh, I did well in a Blitz Daily Double. But my favorites are actually the Ultimate Pit Fights.
Ooh, fun.
Louis loves Ultimate Pit Fights.
It's
his favorite format.
We're going to have to play someday because I'm one of the reigning Ultimate Pit Fight champions of all 4 callings.
I'll tell you the secret, though. You've got to call him a terrorist, or it's like you never really won.
Oh, George, now we got to edit that out.
Why? I was joking about it with him yesterday. It's my favorite part of this. It's my favorite part of it. It is my favorite thing you've ever done on stream. It's like this
I didn't do it.
Oh, I know. You got called it.
What's your favorite Ultimate Pit Fight hero? What makes you so good at Ultimate Pit Fight?
So, while I'm just playing Katsu. I'm playing my CC Katsu deck, and the ability to survive just really gets there, and the ability to create alliances and be able to pose a threat or pose a defensive strength really makes it so that it's really hard for people to get through that deck. You really have to kind of team up on it consistently, and if you're not consistent, you're just going to eventually get snuck up on.
This is the kind of hybrid Katsu deck that's going around.
Yep.
Where it's like,
well, I have like a mid-range control-ish type of Katsu, so not completely full defense, but like mostly.
That's awesome. Did you get to play any of the what's the randomized sealed event, the Chaos Sealed?
The Chaos Sealed? No, yeah. I have not. I did play Shapeshifter in Vegas, and I had a brilliant time there. And I've hosted some Shapeshifter tournaments online as well, and those have been an absolute blast as well. So
super cool. Well, cool. What's your overall takeaway from Nationals?
With Nationals, I think it's a great experience. I think a lot of people are having a wonderful time with it. I know that there's a lot of people in our community who got pretty far up in it. I think they're having difficulty with the split formats in the event. I think that's kind of getting a lot of people. So you kind of got to make sure that you're good at both the formats, the draft, the sealed, and the constructed. And I think a lot of people are better at one than another. Yeah,
that's a good point. I like that. I kind of like that they do that too, because it makes you got to be like a wider player.
It tests like actual more skill levels that you have as a player.
Yeah. Well, cool.
Yeah.
Well, hey, have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll let George get that microphone out of your face.
Awesome. Thank you, Louie.
Thanks, man.
All right, real quick, just say hi to the idiot.
Hello, idiot.
What is this?
Oh, it's
What is
Kellen.
What are we doing?
I want you to know I tried to defend your honor, but I did not get to play him in our event, in which I went 2-2 because I'm an amazing player.
I heard George went 2-2. You mean 2 people lost to
Oh my
George?
God, you're just
So
flexing on. Stop
I
flexing.
actually
on
played
people.
against Kellen, and he actually beat me. I had him down to 1 life, but that's how that goes.
Look at all these
One's not
tickets.
dead, so.
Oh my
yeah.
God, you're flexing.
Look at this.
Oh,
yeah.
No bounds. This is disgusting.
Wow.
Oh yeah, tickets.
Oh, look at these donuts.
I don't have any way to.
I'll trade you a lot of tickets for a donut. I'll be honest with you. $11 pizza for Christ's sake.
Louie, Rich Cook.
What's up, Rich?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
You
go
tell
ahead.
me.
No, that's great. Go for it, boss.
How's it going, Rich?
Good, Louie. How are you?
I'm good. How's your Orlando experience going?
It's been a lot of fun. I made day 2, which was cool. Dropped after a couple of sealed or draft losses, and then got to meet some cool people hanging out with George and some other people playing in your Discord over the last 10 months. So
Awesome.
very cool experience. Very cool.
I see you've got your Hawaiian t-shirt on.
I do.
You've joined the dark side.
I do. All 3 days for him, Louie.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, what hero were you on for CC?
I was Bravo. Bravo.
Okay, this has been on Facebook. Everyone's been arguing about the Briar stuff, and the argument was that Bravo should have dominated Briar. How did you feel like the matchup when you played against Briar?
So I think, Louie, I think Bravo's got the deck to beat Briar. I do. I think a lot of people, myself included, were a bit surprised by just how vicious that deck is. It's beatable. I beat a few Briars in the national championship. Turns out she doesn't like to block, and she does not like her hand disrupted. So pummels, crippling crushes, that sort of thing. It can get nasty. So she can be beat. I think Bravo's got the deck to do it.
Do you think
a Monarch hero can beat Briar? That's really all I care about. If you had to pick a Monarch hero to beat Briar and lead us to 1K, what hero would that be?
Yeah, so I mean, Ice Lexi did it. There's an Ice Lexi in the top 8. Obviously, Briar, or you said Monarch. I'm sorry.
Monarch, yeah.
I'm sorry.
I don't think so.
Chain.
Maybe
No.
Chain's kind of getting up there, but
Chain's gonna win.
Chain May.
Michael Fung to 1K.
Chain
Mark
May.
it down.
Chain May. I told you last night, George. If I'm being honest, I'd rather play Briar than play Chain.
I know.
yeah,
For sure.
I think
Explain
that's
that to-
pretty.
Explain that to Louis' audience.
So for me, as a Bravo player, Chain sitting behind that fridge of 10. Once he gets 4 or 5 shackles, now you're fighting an uphill battle. Briar's not like that. Briar from turn 1, you can start crushing Briar. You can't do that with Chain. You just can't do that with Chain.
Interesting. Good takes. Did you play any side events or anything else?
I've done one so far, Louis. I didn't win. I played a Welcome to Wrath Sealed last night.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, it was cool. 1-4-0 there. You get prize tickets and stuff, so it's a fun experience.
Good. That's awesome, man.
You can now trade those tickets in for donuts. We just learned.
That's right.
Yeah, with DM Armada. I mean, that's a great deal.
Yeah,
With DM
Armada's
Armada.
trading donuts. That's
Yeah.
right.
DM Armada?
Yeah, that was DM Armada. That was Red Zone
Yeah,
Road
for
to DM
sure.
Armada. George, you really need to watch other people's content. Mine's not very
I
good.
don't watch your content. I'm not going to watch theirs. It's not fair.
Rich, well, thanks for joining us and for teaching us. What's your biggest takeaway for the meta in the calling of 2021 Nationals?
Here's my biggest takeaway, and I hope people don't get too frustrated with me. The second we all move to a hero because she's broken, it's okay. Give it a minute. We'll figure it out. Like, metas change.
Yeah.
This is, in my opinion, this is kind of bad timing. This vicious deck came out right before a national championship. People didn't have time to react to learn how to beat it. But we'll figure it out. There's some smart players in this community. We'll figure it out.
Good. I like it. Figure it out and then beat Briar for us, please.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, Louis, be good, man. Thanks, George.
I had no idea that was DM Armada.
That's funny.
Absolutely no clue. I thought I was just telling with a friend.
You should have asked for his autograph.
Goat. Yeah, of course we're streaming. Hey, how are you?
What's up?
Hi, what's up? Oh shit, Louis.
What's up, Michael Fang?
You should have been way more excited to see me than Louis, but that's okay.
Hey,
I'm a little offended right now, Michael. I'll be honest with you.
Michael, congratulations at the top of top 8, right?
Yeah. About to go. They're gonna stream all the quarterfinals. So I don't even know if I'm playing right now, but they asked us to show up in like 10:30. So here I am.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm impressed with your ability to manage all the things that you manage, to manage the store, to manage a YouTube channel, and to place in the top 8 at the national. That's amazing.
Look, I don't know if you got a chance to meet her.
Hey,
She helps you with everything. It's
Yeah.
how I manage everything.
Hi.
hey, I missed her name. What's her
Two
name?
goats.
2 goats.
Leslie.
Leslie. Nice to meet you. So nice.
Nice to meet you too.
Good job helping out and probably carrying the team. I get the sense that maybe you carried the team.
Oh yeah, for sure. The quartermaster, logistics. I didn't even know her hotel number. not even kidding. Great.
That's awesome.
How you
Michael,
feeling about today's matchups?
yeah.
Oh, these matchups, they're always tight. I do feel like the chain deck has a small advantage against Briar. It's one of the reasons why we brought it. But I think in the semis, if I win and Cody wins, we're going to have to face each other. And that's going to be that I'm a little worried about because Cody made the deck and I'm just borrowing it. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not kidding.
I was rooting for you before this. Now I'm super rooting for you. Now I'm like, I want the storyline to be I beat you with your own deck to win everything.
In the Swiss. So it's we'll see. He might be coming back with a vengeance.
Oh my
Oh man. Have you felt like everything's been good there?
I think they've done a good job with the tournaments. I mean, like day one was really rough. You got 400 people drafting. No matter what, that's just a logistical nightmare. So I think they did a good job.
Yeah. That's what I've heard. The consensus has been, maybe some rough judge calls, but all in all, like everything's been pretty tight.
It's gotten a lot better. Every calling has felt a lot better.
Yeah,
they're getting used to it. I think Vegas was a little rough as the first one, but I'll give them slack for that.
And like everyone's learning the game, even the judges are learning still. It's
exactly.
the way that it should be. It's the early years. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, hey, dude, good luck. Go get some like mental preparation.
Kitchen table's rooting for you, brother.
Yeah, we are certainly rooting for you.
You guys.
All right, but I'll talk to you later. There you go. The goats.
There we go.
The
That's all we
goats.
needed.
This is Dong Tai. How you
Hey,
doing,
what's up,
man?
Dung? I can tell you over the blur of your face.
Wait,
Yeah.
the microphone.
How are
I
you,
got
man?
Good, man. How about you?
Good. How's nationals? How's calling?
National is fun, man. I mean, not the main event itself. For me, it's just I'm a casual player, right?
Yeah.
I do all the side events. I do all the, to get the tickets, get the sheets. You know me,
Yeah.
I get more sheets.
We can't all be professionals like me. That's okay.
Yeah.
We can't all be.
Can you believe that?
yeah,
George,
you can't compete like George, man.
Can you believe George went 2-2?
No, I cannot believe it, man. You know what he did with the ball lightnings? He put in his arsenal every time he has it. That's what he does.
I could have won 2 more games.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it was an attack. I just thought it was the effect. I would have legit been 3-1.
No, he
That
would have been 4-0. He
This
was
means
just
that-
giving them the handicap, man.
This means
That's what
that
he
2 people lost to George went 12 hours after he learned how to play the game.
3.
3 hours.
He's saying 2 and insulting me.
Brilliant.
If my opponent doesn't show, that counts as a victory.
Oh, yeah. I forgot you got your bye, too.
No. It was not a buy. I was scheduled to go with somebody. They saw me. Were like, I can't compete with this amazing human being.
Oh,
and
gotcha.
dipped.
Yeah, and they did.
They were like, why bother playing when I know I'm going to lose?
Yeah.
He can almost win without Ball of Lightning.
There you go. Dunk,
That's how handicap goes.
You get any good trades going on?
Yeah. Trying to get trades going on one of the vendors. Yeah. So like, see, at the national right here, I wish the prices would be like more spread out. Yeah, right?
You don't want Monarch Unlimited? You sure?
The prizes are Monarch Unlimited.
Dude,
man.
Monarch Unlimited is so tempting, man. But getting on two of it,
When Monarch is 1K, Monarch Unlimited should be at least $500.
500, right? 200, 200, 300.
That's great. What
But
side
yeah.
events did you like the best?
I would say the Shapeshifter Seal.
Somebody else did that too.
That is a fantastic.
That is a fun
Explain
fun
to us,
thing.
for those who don't know, what Shapeshifter Shield is.
Okay, so Shapeshifter Seal is you could play any hero from the three packs, three set that you play. It was two mana unlimited, 2 Welcome to Rave, and with 2 Toa, Tales of Aria. You can use any heroes you want, right? As long as, and you use any card you want, even equipment,
Right.
right? But you cannot use specialization card that is designed for a hero specifically.
Okay.
So you can't use Iron Stone Determination. That's a Dorinthia,
Right.
thing. But
But
you
you
can
can
use
use all the
Dorinthia with
class
2
cards.
Kodachis.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah. So what we found out was Dorinthia with 2 Kodachi is damn OP.
Yeah.
Do you think that would be able to beat Briar?
Yes.
Okay, good. Want to make
Yeah.
sure.
That's
Yeah,
the balance.
I was wondering Briar. You know what I'm saying? I was wondering Briar just with that was it with the Kodachis, and I got murdered by Dorinthia.
Yeah. Kodachis
Murder.
are great weapons, and Dorinthia's ability it just plays right off of it.
Yeah. But think about it. It's Dorinthia, Glisten. Okay, he attacked me with Kodachi, right? And then I don't block. He Glisten for 5, for 4
Wow.
more.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
so it's 5 damage, and then he hit me again with that same Kodachi for 5.
That's crazy.
That's sick, and that was only
So-
for 2 resources.
I like that format. It sounds crazy.
It's fun.
Yeah.
You can do it next week at Compete Sport.
There you
Fun.
go.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's a fun format. It you call it? It's it encourage creativity.
Yeah.
And it makes people want to play the game.
It
you know what I'm
sounds like
saying?
more fun than competitive, which
Oh
is
yeah,
always a win in Flesh and Blood.
it's 100% more fun than competitive.
Yeah.
I mean, like not to head on this competitive scene, but it's just like it feels so intense. You know, people get so wound up on
Yeah.
winning that they let the emotion get the better of it, and they forgot what they're here for, to play
Yeah.
that fun.
Yeah.
You know.
For sure.
Yeah, so that's what's lacking in this scenery, in my opinion.
Well, let me defend this a little bit. As a competitive player now, I just think y'all should step up your game more. Like that's my thing. Is like I can win games.
Without playing ball like you got it.
Yeah, like I just like I'm so good that like it's not fun to play the score.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
2 wins plus a bye, and it just goes straight to his head.
Excuse me, plus a bye.
Yeah. 2. So, I mean, or somebody who didn't show up because they saw your face and was like, I don't want to sit
Like
on that.
they were like he has the Metazoo sleeves. I'm out.
Oh, they felt sorry for George. Look at this guy, man.
Likely.
Look like this, man. Look, I saw 2 round ball lightning in the Arsenal, man. Clearly, this guy needs a win. You gotta give it to him, man. Seriously, if not, he gonna go home crying.
Oh, that's brilliant.
George said, right? Brian don't need ball lightning to be fucking crazy.
He was watching me play, and at the end, he was like, "What'd you do? You had this game," and I was like, "I didn't have a card to play it with." He's like, "It's an attack."
Oh, that's funny. That's great.
I also only know how to play Briar, so
Well, that's all you
spoiler
need.
alert, man. Spoiler alert, next week at my store, when we do the Chaos Draft, I will be playing Briar.
I
And I
like
will
it.
only use the Briar cards. That's all I know.
Just Briar with Briar cards in
With Briar
Chaos
cards.
Draft.
I'm like, I need to catch you. I don't know how to use that. Where's the poker? Let's do this thing, baby.
That's
All right.
great.
So what's your best trade this year? What do you feel best about this year? We should add this. He is the best. He's one of the best business people in Flesh and Blood.
No.
Saint calls him for advice daily, I think. Is that right?
That was supposed to be in the download, man. What's going on here, man? Dude, you exposed me already. Make sure you cut this out, Louis.
So what's the deal you feel best about this year? What are you doing this year?
For me as a casual player?
No, for you as an investor, as a
Oh, investor collector,
I know
yeah.
you as a businessman.
Yeah. Well, first edition is always gonna be my crop case seal.
Crew you.
Always.
Crew you to 1K.
No, not even Cruyo. It's just the first edition. I always collect it. I'm an investor at heart.
Dung, weren't you buying Korshims?
Yes.
Wait,
Yeah.
were you the one doing the buyout?
No, I wasn't doing the buyout.
Okay.
I was getting them one by one.
Whoever does the buyout of that has like a heart of stone. Like they should build monuments to their hubris.
Really? Wow. No, I was buying one by one, you know?
Yeah.
I think I'm up to like what? 12, 13 right now?
Okay.
Yeah.
Woo.
So I'm not that big, you know.
That's
crazy
a lot of
investor, man.
Korshims.
Yeah, man.
It's a lot of. Let's go. Forest. You have a forest.
You have a
I have a
forest.
garden. I have a garden in
forest of
Eden.
tables. That's awesome.
Garden of Eden up there.
Yep. That's it, man. I have a garden in Eden crab.
That's beautiful.
Fab. As a matter of fact, I'm actually going to go down to see one of the vendor down here. They got like 8 of them. So let's see if I can strike a deal with them.
Spencer?
There you go.
I think so, right?
Yeah, Spencer has like the heat here.
Yeah.
Of
Spencer
course it
brought
is.
the goods.
Yeah.
Of course it did.
How you doing, Rudy? You look like you're burned out, man. You all right?
I'm holding a baby,
yeah,
so
there
I'm
you
a
go.
little like,
Yeah. You can't be excited.
Yeah,
All good.
it's good.
That's good, man.
It's
Good,
fun.
bro.
I'm jealous that
Yeah.
everyone's there. I wish I could be there.
We're glad you're not.
Yeah, I figure.
You know what it is? What's good about this event too? I want to add is you get to meet friends.
Yeah.
You get to meet people. You play on Discord. You talk online. Right? You meet them in person. You take pictures. You talk about this BS. You have a good vacation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you get
It's
to play
super fun.
casually.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I loved about Vegas. It was just fun to connect with people that you had been friends with and traded with or, bought things from. It was just a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
It is. Oh, my time. We got another. Hold on.
We got next interviews. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Go Saints. Go Saints.
There you go. Phil himself. Phil
What
himself.
up, Phil?
Representing Compete Sport in Nationals. Top 4.
1-0 right now in ProQuest. Went 4-2-1 in National or in the calling. Went 4-1 and dropped out because the competition is a little bit too serious for me. I'm more of a casual player, man. I don't like when I hear judge on. I pitch a blue, say I'm going to do this, and I'm like, I'm not going to create a seismic surge, and then they say judge, and they're like, nope,
Oof.
you got to create it.
I thought they changed that where you could
The judges have been intense. I will
Really?
say that has been a theme. Phil is not the only one to tell me the judges have been a little intense. I had to call a judge on my event. Well, that's not fair. My opponent called the judge.
Well, of course they did. I assume that every opponent was just constantly calling the judge
I
on
was
you.
like, bro, like the judge was very nice. My opponent was very nice. Shout out to Brandon who got the call wrong, and because he ruled against me. But people like the judges, and I'm like, you guys, I was over 2 in a side event, and we call the judge. Like, what the hell? Who cares?
Yeah, one of our kitchen table guys, I don't know if y'all heard about it. He accidentally
heard.
drew 5 cards, didn't even look at it. The guy said, hey, I accidentally drew 5 cards. Do you want to banish one? And then the guy just said judge. So he had to face. He banished a card and he had an IP for 2 turns. It was bad.
That's right.
What's an IP for those who don't know?
It's going to be a penalty, intellectual penalty, and he had it for 2 turns. So rather than drawing up 4 cards, he can only do 3. And he was 6-0 at that time, so he was definitely going. He still almost had the win. So the kitchen table, I mean, they brought it. He still almost had it.
I heard he was very respectful to the judge and was very kind to the people around him too. So even though it was kind of a
He represented y'all really well. He represented us.
No joke. Your team. I don't think he loved the call.
no,
but
I know for a fact he didn't love the call.
I'll be honest, that seemed a little harsh to me.
I can tell you he did not like the call.
But he did not do what I would have done, which is flip the table and insult the judge's mother.
Yeah.
Because that's how Compete Sport rolls.
That's right.
Wow. That's what you want people to know.
And you're right, Louis. He handled it really well. He went straight to the bathroom. He left all his cards. He had a couple of his fellas say, he's like, hey, watch my cards. Went to the bathroom. Then I might have heard a few things, but it was in the bathroom, so it was all
man.
fine.
Yeah.
It was all fine.
He took it away. That's good.
That's right.
He was top 8, I think, still last night then.
Yeah.
Like he was still he didn't lose any other games, so I think it'll work out for his favor.
I will say, like, the judge calls have been a little.
You know, I kind of almost expected that after the announcement and the stuff that happened with UK to be a little bit more over the top from the judges. I wouldn't be surprised if that came from up top to be like, hey, that's real things in.
I mean, like, you have to go?
Nope.
Okay. I mean, like, you know, I've been surprised at the number of times people have called judges for things that are like, my judge call was like friendly. We didn't understand a card together.
Yeah.
But like the number of times I've seen judges called for like literally, I was 0-2 and so was my opponent, obviously. What? And like I was, and like, you know, I can't. The ruling came down. And I said, "No, you're wrong." He goes, "Are you challenging? Do you want me to get the appeals judge over here?" I'm like, "What? Like, what's the appeal? Like, no. Like that boy better have better things to do than come rule on an 0-2 event on the side quest. Like, what are you guys talking about?" Like, they're taking the rules really seriously, and I'll leave it up to y'all if you think that's good or not. Like, I don't care. I'm semi-pro, not fully pro yet.
Yeah.
But like
you're above 500, man. I mean, like that's better than me. You went.
I know that was my goal.
3-1. I went 1-3.
And then speaking about nationals, if y'all heard about what happened with the Matt Rogers Lexi matchup, the Viserai versus Lexi, Matt Rogers handled it really well. He brought the judge in. He didn't say anything. The opposing player did not handle herself correctly. But for any rumors out there, I was right there behind it watching the whole thing. Matt Rogers did a very good job on just letting the player steam the way he will, say whatever he wanted to say or she. But Matt Rogers handled it well.
And
I didn't even.
I will say, like,
that's the first time I've ever heard of it.
Go ahead and explain what happened. This is a rumor that's going around that Phil was right there for, so Phil can dispel some of the nonsense that's been spilling around here.
So Matt Rogers, if y'all don't know, everybody thinks he's a perfect player. He makes 0 mistakes. He's supposed to be best of the best, no mistakes. Well, he had a question about a Viserai card that said the X and X. Y'all know better than I don't play any Runeblade. No.
Sonata Arconics.
There it is. Sonata Arconics. He had 2 Frostbite tokens.
Yeah.
So he said, he played it and he said, can I do a cost of 0 and pitch a 2? And that's when it was no-go or something like that. Judge came in, and then the player got very upset. And this was the opposing player got very upset, saying, "You should know the effing rules. You shouldn't." It was not a good scene. But Matt, I mean, at the same time, everybody holds Matt Rogers to a higher.
Can we just like pretend if that player got matched up against George round 1?
It would not have been pretty. It would not have been pretty.
Like, don't you know the rules? Like, I learned 12 hours ago. No.
I would imagine that Matt Rogers' reputation should hold up to any scrutiny that is given to him.
I want to interview that person who yelled at Matt Rogers, "Don't you know the rules?" That's the interview I really want.
No one is going to believe. No one is going to believe a scenario where Matt Rogers didn't present himself as professional and lovely.
And I will say, like, a couple people told me, like, "Oh, Matt Rogers didn't handle it well," but like, Phil was right there and was like, "No. Matt Rogers handled it perfectly. He went to go shake her hand, and she refused."
Oh.
She went like this, and then she said, "No,
I'm not shaking your hand.
I'm gonna start doing that in my tournaments. I'll warn everybody right now. If you beat me, no handshakes.
I'll shake Matt Rogers' hand anytime.
I heard he cheats." So what's been your favorite thing you've done here at the National?
Favorite thing, side events.
Other than hanging out with me. Go ahead.
Dinner last night at Outback was great. But side events have been great.
I keep hearing that.
If you're not a competitive player, if you don't like the pass priority you, blah, blah, blah. If you like to just have fun, side events are great. It's a great time to try new things, like where you fight versus, like, 3 of the players fight versus 1 player. I think with PvE or something like that.
Heck yeah, baby.
Great. Yeah. Oh, is that you, man? I had fun. It's like,
it's not mine, but yeah, I love PvE.
So we had fun with that. It's just come for the side events. Good trades. A lot of people want to do trades. I think I got up to 10, 11 playmats. I was trading cards for playmats. I love playmats.
I like it.
But yeah.
Did you get the Lexi, the New Horizon playmat?
I did.
Try to get another one.
I got one for you then. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of Lexi. I got the New Horizon. Yeah, I
Yeah.
have that one. I actually have that one. The judge one.
That's the judge one, yeah.
I got it. So if let me know.
We'll work out for it.
But the first playmat I ever got was from this guy. He gave me the very first playmat ever. And I just got hooked for free.
Love it.
I just
I'm a
do some
playmat guy
playmats?
myself.
Awesome.
Playmats are way better
around.
investment than the sealed product or the cards.
I think so. But we just got paired round 2. Everybody have fun.
Go take
Have
down
fun,
compete,
dude.
baby.
Good luck.
Compete.
Later, y'all.
Good luck.
Mhm.